What if the biggest mistake you are making with plants in a small apartment is not buying too many plants, but choosing the wrong shape of plant? Because here is something most plant care guides do not tell you today. A plant can be small today and become completely impractical 6 months from now in your compact living room space. Another plant can look surprisingly large, yet take up almost no valuable floor space inside your cozy apartment home. So if you live in a small apartment, do not ask, what is the smallest plant I can buy today? Ask, which plant gives me the most beauty without taking over my space? Today, we look at those plants. And stay until the end, because the last category might completely change the way you shop for apartment plants. Small apartments create a unique challenge. You want greenery, you want personality, and you want your home to feel alive. But you do not have unlimited floors, tables, shelves, or empty corners. Every plant has a real physical footprint. But it also has something else, a visual footprint, and those two things are not always the same at all. A tall, narrow plant may occupy very little floor area while creating a strong, elegant presence in your room. A small plant with wide, spreading leaves can occupy much more usable space than you expected on your table. That is why today we are looking at how plants grow, how much space they consume, and their impact. Imagine you walk into a plant store, you see a tiny plant in a 4-inch pot looking completely perfect. You think, this is ideal for my apartment, but where will it go? On your desk or kitchen counter? Your coffee table or your shelf? Suddenly, that small plant is occupying one of the few usable surfaces available. Now imagine a taller plant with a narrow growth pattern. It takes floor space similar to a side table, but uses vertical space instead of spreading across the room. That is the first lesson, efficient shape matters. Apartment-friendly does not always mean physically small, sometimes it means efficiently shaped for your unique living space. Don't measure a plant only by height, look at its footprint. How far does it spread horizontally? Does the foliage grow upward, outward, or downward? That tells you whether it will truly work at home. Let us start with one of the clearest examples, the snake plant, a true vertical specialist for apartments. Its biggest advantage for small apartments is not simply easy care, it is the clean architecture of the plant. The leaves naturally create a strong vertical form, directing much of its presence upward without demanding horizontal area. Imagine a narrow empty corner beside a cabinet, a sprawling plant makes it crowded, a snake plant creates height. And its silhouette is strong, you do not need many leaves to notice it, one plant provides significant presence. But remember our rule, tall does not automatically mean space efficient, always consider how wide it becomes when mature. What if a plant could use a part of your apartment you are not using? Vertical space above. Think about a pothos, instead of spreading across the floor, its vibrant green growth can move downward gracefully. That changes the equation completely. A trailing plant creates greenery without requiring a large horizontal floor footprint. The plant occupies a compact starting point while foliage creates movement beyond the container, feeling larger than its base. This is visual impact per square foot. You are not simply buying leaves, you are choosing a growth pattern. Now let us go in the opposite direction. Meet peperomia, where compact plants make complete sense for small spaces. The goal here is not dramatic height, it is personality. A compact plant adds texture without demanding large space. Think of it as a small design accent. You do not need it to dominate, you want it completing areas. One compact plant is enough, otherwise, you can accidentally replace a spacious room with a collection of tiny objects. Another strong apartment candidate is the ZZ plant. What makes it interesting is its upright, structured, and organized appearance. The stems create an organized form rather than immediately turning into a chaotic mass across your compact living room. When every object has a spreading shape, rooms feel crowded. A controlled silhouette provides greenery while maintaining perfect order. The best plant is not always the one with the most leaves, sometimes structure creates more impact than sheer volume. Now let us change visual language. The Parlor palm introduces a softer, more delicate shape into modern apartment spaces. Instead of rigid vertical leaves, you get a lighter, more relaxed silhouette, breaking repetitive hard lines in cabinets and shelves. But do not assume soft equals small, choose a palm whose eventual mature spread makes sense for your room. We have seen, vertical plants use height, trailing plants use downward movement, and compact plants use small footprints. So before buying your next plant, ask, which direction do I actually have room for inside my apartment? Chinese evergreen is an interesting option when you want a fuller looking plant without an enormous architectural footprint at home. It gives noticeable visual presence without automatically filling an entire corner, but again, maturity matters. Look at eventual shape. Imagine the plant 6 months from now, then even larger. Would you still have comfortable breathing space around it? There is no single universal, best, plant for every small apartment. The right choice depends on what your space lacks. If you lack floor space, look vertically. If you have a high surface, consider trailing growth downward for beauty. If your room feels too rigid, look for softer silhouettes. If visually busy, choose clean structure instead of complexity. You are not trying to recreate someone else's room online. You are solving your own apartment's unique spatial problem. Before buying any plant, run through the apartment plant test. 1. How wide will it become eventually when fully mature? 2. Which direction does it grow naturally? Up, out, down, or in a compact shape? 3. What space will it consume? 4. What happens when it gets bigger? Will it look intentional or need moving? 5. What visual impact am I getting? The best apartment plants are not necessarily smallest, they are the ones with an excellent space-to-impact ratio overall. Snake plants create vertical impact, Pothos uses downward movement, Peperomia provides compact character, and ZZ plants add clean structure. Parlor palms soften hard interiors, and Chinese evergreens bring fullness without demanding an enormous footprint inside your home. But the plant is only half the decision. Think about tomorrow, because the plant you buy today grows over time. Before you fall in love with leaves, look at shape. Before looking at pots, look at footprint in your room. What is your biggest apartment problem? Floor space, natural greenery, empty corners, or room for plants? Tell me below. Hit like and subscribe to The Urban Leaf as we continue our series solving real challenges for busy apartment owners.